Well, Australians spend billions of dollars a year on bottled water, but what's wrong with what comes out of the tap? Well, we put it to the test to reveal exactly what chemicals are in H2O and what could be harming you. Here with the results is environmental campaigner Jon Dee. Jon, good morning to you. Good to see you this morning.
Indeed.
Well, what is it? The good, the bad and the unhealthy in our water?
Well, look, we're very lucky in Australia. From a cost point of view, it's very, very cheap. Health-wise, it's fantastic because we add fluoride to the water, and that's why so many dentists tell you to drink tap water instead of bottled water. And to keep the water as clean as possible, chlorine is added so that getting the water from the water filtration plant to your home can overcome all the lurgies that are in those old pipes sometimes that they have to go through.
All right. Well, there has been some rather disturbing research coming out of internationally in the last couple of weeks, one suggesting a link between the chlorine in tap water and birth defects. That's enough to make everyone feel a little bit concerned and wary about drinking tap water. Is it true, though?
Well, what they've looked at is this. When chlorine basically comes into contact with things like twigs and leaves, you get a reaction which causes THMs. And there is some research coming out of Asia that says it could increase the risk of birth defects in women who drink a lot of tap water. Now, for people who do have that concern, well, the simplest thing, of course, is to get a water filter, and that's what I did in my home. I got a Culligan water filter that can take out THM, so that then doesn't become an issue. But
we're going to talk about these water filters in more detail in a second, but first of all, is it safe, therefore, and does it vary around this country in terms of the levels of those various additives?
Well, we have in Australia the Australian drinking water standards to ensure that we have amongst the highest standard water in the world. Internationally, Australia's right up there with the very best quality tap water. So from a health standpoint, the fact we have fluoride, the fact we have such high quality water, people should remember that it is far better for you than drinking bottled water. So from that standpoint, you know, the tap water gets a very big tick.
But if you're worried about it, if you're worried about any of those additives, you can use any of these things to...
Absolutely. I mean, in terms of cost, I mean, Clean Up Australia worked out that if you want to get tap water, it's about $1 a litre compared to up to $2.50 a litre for bottled water. If you get a really good quality water filter system like a Culligan, you can then it only costs you about 2 cents a litre. So, you know, it's a huge money saver. If you are concerned, get a water filter system like this. Under your sink is definitely the best way to go. You get more of the impurities that can come into contact with tap water. Those kind of filters can take it out. But for the average person, it's not an issue.
You can get these basically anywhere now, can't you?
Yeah, look, I mean, someone like Culligan, you know, if you get those, they actually will even test your water in a lab for you and then install it under your sink. You can get jugs from the supermarket.
We've got one of these jugs, yeah.
Absolutely. So you can get those from the supermarket. They're mainly good for getting rid of the chlorine taste. And removing chlorine, but if you want to have the very best way to go is to go under the sink with the filter.
Jon Dee, thank you very much. Good to talk to you as always. More information on our website, Lisa.